Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we're diving into a topic that's important no matter where you are in your work journey, and that is career development. So we all want to grow and gain new skills and land that dream job. Maybe you're just starting out in your career, or maybe you're feeling a little stuck and you're not sure where to go, and you don't really know where to begin to even think about your career development. So today we're going to explore some powerful tools for you and look at some questions that might help you chart the course in your career development and your success. So the first thing to think about is, what is career development? Career development is that ongoing process of building your skills, your knowledge and your experience to reach your professional goals. It isn't just about climbing the corporate ladder. It's really about actively shaping your skills, your experience and your knowledge to reach those goals that you want to have in your career. It is a continuous journey throughout your life, so you're going to be learning and growing and exploring what really ignites your passion in your workplace. The key thing to realise is it is up to you to take charge of your own path and actually make it happen. So why is career development so important? So let's think about it for a moment. We spend so much time and a significant chunk of our lives at work. So why shouldn't we be so passionate and really fulfilled in what we do? That's why it's important. Before we jump into specific tools, I want to talk to you about taking a self-assessment of yourself. This is where you take a good, honest look at you and your current situation in your career. There's some questions that you should really start with when you're thinking about a self-assessment. So take note of these and spend some time answering them. What you want to think about here is, what are my strengths and weaknesses? You also want to consider, what are your values as well? And actually, what's important for you in your career? What are your interests? So what really excites you about work, and what is your passions? And lastly, what is your long-term goals? These questions are really going to help you to understand yourself better and where you actually see yourself going in your future career. If you struggle to answer these questions, I would really highly recommend that you seek out a professional coach who actually works in this field and works with clients on workplace, career and organisational coaching, a bit like what we do here at Inspire OD. Now let's jump into a practical tool for you that you can use on your own. And one of the most well-known tools out there in the world is the SWOT analysis. Time and time again, I've seen this tool used. I've used it personally myself, and I've also utilised it with my coaching clients when they're looking at their career and considering where they actually want to go with their career options. So SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. It helps you analyse your internal, which are the strengths and weaknesses, and external, which are the opportunities and threats, and those factors to gain a clear picture of your current position and where you are with your career development. So here's how to work with it and some questions that you should really consider with each element. So what I'd like you to do is grab a piece of paper and make 4 large boxes, one for strengths, one for weaknesses, another for opportunities, and lastly one for threats. Now let's think about each area, and we'll take strengths as the first one. Think about your skills, your experience and your personality traits that make you a valuable asset. What you want to think about is, what are you naturally good at? What skills and experiences actually set you apart? Those are some key questions there. In the weaknesses part, be honest with yourself. What areas do you need to improve on? It could be that there are some specific skills or knowledge gaps that you might have. Typically there always are. We're always learning and growing. And it is about being honest with yourself and having that true reflection, but not beating yourself up about it. In the opportunities quadrant, look at those external factors that could benefit your career. Are there any new technologies that you can learn from? or about? Are there any industry trends that you can leverage? Is there any new qualifications that you actually might need and are in demand for your area of work? And really, what excites you? What trends are out there in your field? And are there any new skills that you can learn that could actually open doors for you? And in the threats area, you want to identify those external challenges that could hinder your progress. Is the industry changing where you are? Are there new competitors out there that might hinder you? What are the potential roadblocks and challenges that you actually might face on your career journey? As you fill out your SWOT analysis, I think there's some other key questions that you might want to consider when you're thinking about these areas, not just on your skills side. What you want to consider for the strengths area are questions such as, what compliments do you get most often at work? And actually, what projects energize you the most? For the weakness section, think about what tasks do you consistently struggle with, and what feedback could you draw on that you've maybe had from peers, colleagues, and your management. For the opportunities area, have you attended any industry events lately? Are there some emerging technologies in your field that you might want to tap into? And then for threats, are there any changes in your company structure or the industry that you're in with trends that could impact on your role? I think these are key things that you really want to consider when you're doing that SWOT analysis as well. And really, by completing a SWOT analysis, you gain so much valuable insight on yourself. It really helps you to, one, identify your unique value proposition. Knowing where your strength sets are sets you apart from other people. Number two, it helps to uncover areas for development. We all know weaknesses can become opportunities for growth. Number three, it really helps to spot potential opportunities so you can really capitalize on the trends and the changes that are happening in your field of work. And number four, it really helps you to prepare for potential threats. It helps you anticipate the challenges and develop strategies to maybe overcome them. The SWOT analysis is such a great starting point when you're thinking about your career development. It's a tool, like I said before, time and time again that's used, but there are also lots more to explore. One of them are personality assessments. There's tools such as Myers-Briggs that can help you understand your working style and the ideal work environment for you. Here at Inspire OD, we don't use Myers-Briggs. We use a tool called Insights Discovery with our clients. We use it on a one-to-one basis with them to explore their preferences. It's an internationally recognized tool, and it really gives great insight into you as a human being personally, but also in your working environment too. Another tool to think about is having skills gap analysis. This helps you identify the skills for your dream job and create a plan to bridge that gap where you may need to go. You could also consider having informational interviews. These are talks with professions in your field to learn about what their experiences were and what their career path was to get to where they wanted to be. I did mention coaching earlier, but you may also want to consider getting a mentor. A mentor is really helpful for someone that's in your field that can give you advice, guidance and support as you work through your development. Developing your career is an ongoing process. It's not going to end. So don't get discouraged if you don't see results overnight. Be patient with yourself, keep learning and really celebrate the achievements that you've already gained and you're going to gain along the way. You should really regularly visit your SWOT analysis and explore new tools. And don't be afraid to put yourself outside of your comfort zone. This is where we really stretch and challenge ourselves to gain new insight, and actually it will help progress your career. So, are you ready to take charge of your career development? And if you are, I'd love to hear all about it. So head down to the comments and share all of your biggest career goals, and let's build a community where we can support each other and actually get hints and tips from each other, not just myself. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure that you do like and subscribe to Inspire OD and look at some more career tips and tricks that will be coming your way. Don't forget to hit the notification button as well so you never miss one of our uploads. So until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep charting your course for your career development.